Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. Anthony Joshua, the unified heavyweight champion, has signed another promotional contract with Matchroom, but not only that, this is a career-long deal. So this is the fourth time that Joshua has signed with Matchroom, and now it's for good for the remainder of his career. So see here on screen. So this is the press release about the signing, and as you saw just a moment ago, a little graphic of some photos of the signing, and here it is again. But we'll just flick back to the press release for a moment, go through some of the comments, and then on to a few thoughts. A little bit to get through. I mean, there is still the obvious question, or broadcasting, what happens next, because that could be the gold rush in the coming years for Joshua. DAZN, Sky, BT, others, who knows. But anyway, Anthony Joshua and Matchroom sign new career-long promotional deal. So it says, unified heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua, OBE, has signed a new career-long promotional deal with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. Talks about the fight this weekend with Usyk, and then some backstory on his career. So what we'll do is we'll just skip down to the quotes, get to the good stuff, as it were. So Joshua says, we've built some great foundations over the years, and I appreciate Matchroom, the company, the team, the family business. That's kind of what drew me towards you guys as well. The integrity that the Hearns have when it comes to boxing and business. I felt comfortable during my years as a boxer, and I always felt that the business outside of the sport is harder than the actual fighting due to the history and some of the problems that some fighters have had. So to be with Matchroom Sport has been a blessing for myself, my family, and my team. Outside of that, what Matchroom Sport have done is created an environment for boxing fans. The shows that we have managed to put on have been phenomenal. When I walk out to fight, I look around and I'm like, mate, this is unbelievable. From where we began to the middle of the journey, the foundations we have created are phenomenal, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. In my humble opinion, what better place to be than Matchroom Boxing? I've heard that my signature was hot property. I'm happy where I am. A handshake is good enough for me, but the signature solidifies it, and I'm happy where my signature is. Thank you, Eddie Hearn, Barry Hearn and the family, Frank Smith, and all of the Matchroom staff, as well as Freddie Cunningham and the team at 258 Management. And that obviously is his management company. Anyway, Eddie Hearn is quoted here as saying, when AJ and I met in the Matchroom HQ 8 years ago, we had a vision and a dream that we shared together. There is something quite special about sharing a journey together from the professional debut to the day the gloves are hung up. But it takes a huge amount of belief and an unwavering loyalty. Over those 8 years, AJ has been the face of British boxing, inspiring a new generation and audience to the sport we love. This is the fourth and final promotional agreement we have signed together, and I'm honoured that AJ has confirmed his future with Matchroom. Just like we did from the debut, myself and the great team at Matchroom will continue to work relentlessly for Anthony Joshua in many chapters that remain. I also want to thank Frank Smith and the whole team at Matchroom, along with Freddie Cunningham and the 258, who we have had a seamless partnership with. Here's to an amazing night this Saturday and many more for us all to savour. So we've got a comment there from Freddie Cunningham from 258 Management, but we'll just pass on that. So Joshua as well posting from first to the last signature, and certainly times have changed and fashions as well by the look of it from this these two different pictures. Anyway, you also have just this little clip that Matchroom posted on its social media. There we go. There is the handshake solidifying the deal between them. Anyway, a few thoughts now. So this is not totally unexpected because Anthony Joshua has signalled for quite some time he's happy with Matchroom. Certainly he did have the option if he wanted to, kind of like Canelo Alvarez, to go it alone and basically use a promoter as and when he needed. But Joshua has obviously opted to stay with Eddie Hearn and just build on the foundations of what they already have together. So not a surprise that he signed on or continued to stay with Matchroom in one sense, but obviously he's got to make the best decisions for him, not just in the boxing sense, but also the financial sense. And that's where the other question, the other part of the equation with all this sort of comes in, because certainly, and as I talked about this in a recent video, Joshua's broadcasting deal is up with Sky Sports at the end of this fight with Alexander Usyk. And I know some people will say, well, due to his relationship with Eddie Hearn, the loyalty, he'll just go to DAZN. But I think at the end of the day, it'll go to the highest bidder. There's clearly some sort of process, and we're probably not going to hear what's been going on, what's happening, the actual deal, till after this fight, be it he's staying with Sky, going to DAZN, or other parties, etc. But Eddie Hearn will remain his promoter, kind of like the situation with Canelo Alvarez. I guess, maybe there's that option that could exist in the future for Joshua. Short deals with different broadcasters and keeping his options open as one of the cash cows in boxing. Could totally happen. Or it could end up being a long-term deal, 4, 5, 6 fights over 2, 3, 4 years, something like that, with whatever broadcaster. But the news here, Joshua re-upping with Matchroom, not a complete surprise or shock, and he will see out the remainder of his career. And I guess, what is that, another 5 years, maybe a bit longer? In his early 30s now. He's been pro since 2013, so 8 years in the books. If you, as a heavyweight, if you can get 10 good years in your career, that is a very good career. So Joshua potentially could go on longer than that, obviously, but wear and tear on the body, motivation, desire, we will have to see where things go. But certainly in the second half of his career, that much is probably clear. But Joshua re-upping with Matchroom, what do you make of it all? Drop a comment loud and often, hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.